In 1923, Senator George W. Norris of Nebraska wrote the initial resolution for what would later become the U.S. Constitution's 20th Amendment. The 20th Amendment, commonly known as the Lame Duck Amendment, was officially ratified nearly a decade later in 1933. Prior to its ratification, unseated members of Congress and the President and Vice President continued their terms until March 4th, roughly 4 months after Election Day. Consequently, many politicians served as lame ducks, incapable of adequately representing their constituents and instituting public policy. With its ratification, the 20th Amendment shortened the period in which defeated officials would remain in office by a few months by requiring members of Congress to transition out of office on January 3rd and the President and Vice President on January 20th. Because of this change, Franklin D. Roosevelt was the first U.S. president with an inauguration in January, which occurred when he began his second term as president. Beyond changes to elected officials' inaugural dates, the 20th Amendment also outlined processes regarding death, disability, disqualification, and succession. One of these processes allows for Congress to make decisions regarding the office of the president in the case that no candidate receives a majority of the electoral votes or no qualified candidate is found before the beginning of the new term. In addition, the amendment outlines succession in the case of the death of a president-elect. While the amendment is seemingly uncontroversial, its ratification was considered to be a win for progressive voters at the time. In their eyes, the 20th Amendment pushed the country's elected officials to more urgently take up their roles as public servants.